Okay, so we got symbol. You can untick the color bars based on previous close if you don't want that enabled. Candlestick colors, if you like those, that's fine. Session, that's good. You went to 15-minute, change that to extended. Pre/post market background opacity should be at 0. This is a very important setting coming next. Adjust data for dividends. That setting has to be checked. Yeah, yeah. You can honestly just change the opacity to 0. It doesn't matter the color, but just make sure the opacity. Yeah, the opacity at the bottom has to be 0. Both of them. Okay, and make sure adjust data for dividends is ticked. And time zone. Yeah, is it UTC-4 New York? If not, yeah, if you're Eastern time, and the easiest way to track market would be on UTC-4 New York. This is gonna make it to where you can see, and if you see these green lines here on my screen, these are gonna be what's called the market open marker, which we're gonna talk about enabling that indicator, but right at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, it's gonna go ahead and open the market. And when you have your time zone selected on that, it's going to be a lot easier to just track what's going on and be like, okay, this entry came at 9:30, etc. And we're going to talk about why 9:30 is even more important other than market open. So, cool. After symbol, let's go ahead and let's go to status line. Status line. And you can follow these settings here. Yep. Logo checked. Title should be on description. Chart values checked. Bar change values checked. You can uncheck volume and last day change values. You can select titles. Yep. And then you could select titles. You can select inputs. Yeah, you could check these. Let's keep them checked. So title should be checked, inputs should be checked, and values checked. And then background you could leave as default. No, let's leave that unchecked and leave volume unchecked too. All right, and then from there, let's go to scales and lines. Okay. Currency and unit. Let's do visible on mouse over. Scale modes, A and L, visible on mouse over. Scales placement. Let's do auto. And this is going to be a big one. Make sure lock price to bar ratio is unchecked. Unchecked. Lock price to bar ratio. Yeah, unchecked. It's an important one to make sure we're unchecked. Okay, scales placement. Let's do auto. Then, no overlapping labels. Let's check that. Plus button. Let's make sure this is checked. A very important setting, next one. Countdown to bar close. Definitely make sure that that's checked. And let me go ahead and just pull up the Bitcoin chart here. Since crypto is 24/7, I'm going to go ahead and show you here. The reason why countdown to bar close is important is because you're going to be able to see here to the far right the exact time it's going to take until the next candlestick opens. And this is going to be extremely important for verifying entries and stuff, etc. So it's going to take 8 minutes until the next 15-minute candle opens. Or if I'm on the 5-minute, it'll take 2 minutes and 55 seconds until the next 5-minute candle opens. So depending on what candlestick you're on, it'll show you the time it's going to take until the next candlestick opens. So if you're on the 1 hour time frame, it'll show you the amount of time it's going to take in order for the next 1 hour candle to be made. If I'm on the 30-minute time frame, it'll show me how long it'll take for the next 30-minute candle to open. Okay. Okay. So symbol. Symbol, let's go and let's click on it. You can change just symbol, just make sure value and line are checked. Yep. Value and line. And you can uncheck name. Okay, bet. And then pre and post market, hidden, high and low. Let's make sure these are hidden too. Yeah, you can just uncheck them. Yeah, hidden. And then at the bottom, day of the week on labels, let's make sure that's on. And then, cool. Then from there, let's go to canvas. This is gonna be how we're gonna be able to change the background of our trading view. So you can get it black just like here, just like you wanted. So if you go to canvas, and then at the top, you're gonna see background. Let's change the background. Let's change it to solid. If you just want a black background, a white background, whatever you want, change it to solid. Yeah, so watermark, you can untick that. Untick everything on watermark. Uncheck everything. No watermarks. We want our charts to be as least distracting as possible. Then grid lines, let's change that to none. Yep. Crosshair, you could make like grayish if that's what you want to do. Gotcha. So let's do visible on mouse over and pane visible on mouse over. And then where you're gonna go ahead and see lines at the bottom too, underneath where it says text and then lines, click on the lines box and make the opacity 0. Yeah, just make the opacity 0. Yeah, nice shot. Then trading, you can honestly leave everything the same. Trading is okay, just because you're on options. And alerts, let's go ahead and you could change the alert lines to like an orange or a yellow, something like that. All right. Yeah, let's turn that off. Yeah, automatically hide toast, let's turn that off. Okay. Cool. And then from there, we can go ahead and go to events. Nice. And then let's go to events. And let's ideas off. Session breaks, definitely unchecked and off. Economic events, let's turn that on. And only future events. Okay. Yeah, that's all fine. It might be, yeah, it might be just because of the browser. Gotcha. So yeah, if you're on the browser version, then you could leave all the event settings alone. So you're good. So cool. Now, let's go and let's talk about the actual lesson. So that's going to be the best TradingView settings to optimize your TradingView.